Hello everybody and welcome to my video, Getting Tidier. I hope you're well. I decided that I would do my voiceover this evening because I missed a video the other day, and I've been doing a lot of work in the dining room today to get ready for Easter. So I thought I'd just show you what the dining room looks like before I started, because some of you said, oh, we didn't see it before. And then I've done a quick video so you can see what I do to get tidy. So usually about 3 weeks before Easter we like to decorate the dining room. So we've got like different things that we put up and hang around the house, and we put some of the decorations at the front door as well. So you can see there's a lot on the table, but to be honest most of it is my daughter's schoolwork. So I was able to put it straight into that big rattan sort of straw wicker basket that my dad brought round. So although he did bring round quite a few things when I was trying to clear out, actually some of the things he brought round are really useful. So I moved the little basket that my daughter had for our books into the dining room and put my pile of things in that. And the big basket that he brought round I used for all her school books. So I spent some time here just making sure that I'd sorted through papers. I binned some things that didn't need to be kept anymore, and I put her books in the basket just the other side of the table. So you'll see me completely clear the table. I really wanted like sort of a cream cleaner. I used to have this cream cleaner, it was sort of lemony, and it would soak into the table and really like nourish the woods. And I don't have any left. I wasn't quite sure what to clean the table with, because we used to use like old spray polishers. I'm not really that keen on them. And then my mum said about using olive oil. So if you've got any ideas about the best things to clean wood, please let me know. So there's a few bits of like gravy that I just need to wipe off. So would you wipe that just with a damp cloth and then put olive oil on the table, or what would you do? So you'll see me completely clear the table. I put everything away, and then after I'd done that I start decorating the table. So while I'm doing this, my daughter's got her little friend round, so they were playing games. They made a little film of some toys going on an adventure or something, and play that game throw burrito, which I kept hearing them laugh. And then we all, after I sort of started decorating the table and going through the bags, I laid the table just with some mats and we had dinner together. And they played a little bit longer, and then the mum came and collected her. So that was nice. It's good just her to keep in touch with friends from her old school, I think. But I wanted to make a point of really moving all the chairs away, moving the table completely, sweeping underneath it, moving some of the instruments out of the way, cleaning around the fireplace, to kind of really do a bit more than what I did last time. I also wanted to say a couple of sort of ideas from my last video. People said about the cupboards, about getting different plastic containers and sort of labelling them. So it says it's marked Halloween and Easter, which I think is a good idea. Also someone said about how they like my chest of drawers and that I could polish it up. Good idea. I just need to know what the best thing is to polish that wood. Somebody mentioned about using vacuum bags. I have used vacuum bags, but I'm guessing the ones that I use aren't particularly good quality because they sort of re-inflate. Maybe I'm putting too many things in. I don't know. And then Marion had a really good idea about my little lanterns. So those little lanterns I like, she suggested about hanging them outside of my shelter above the hot tub. And I thought, what a lovely idea. And then in the winter, just put them away. So I did like that idea. Kitty Cookie, I think that's how you say it, said about those bottles of wine on my side. Could I sort of give them away to a fair or a school that wants prizes for raffles? And that made me think, oh, I could give them to my Girl Guides raffle. But I think they're so old. And Kitty said, really, if they're that old, they're probably going to taste horrible. And I need to just bin them, which is a bit of a shame. Pour them down the sink, I guess. We're just not that keen on white wines. That's why they just, kept there on the shelf for so long. Esther said about clutter keeping to a minimum and told a story about how she's been quite careful about the things she's kept, and she's got one item for her grandmother and she uses it and she loves it and she thinks of her, and that reminds her of her grandmother when she used a spoon. But her mum has kept loads of things. So like her mum's house is absolutely full of clutter to such a degree she can't really then have the family to visit because there's not enough space. And Esther made a really good point to say, well, it's almost like someone's chosen things over people. And it's right, isn't it? You know, you can hold on to things because they've got memories, but then you end up moving all the stuff around and spending time on stuff rather than having time for people. Or like my spare bedroom. There's no space in the spare bedroom at the moment for anyone to actually stay. So you can see here, I've just put down the little table runner. It's an Easter table runner. My husband comes in a minute because I said to him, oh, I feel like this needs ironing because it looks all creased. But he came in and had a look and said, no, that's not the sort of fabric that can be ironed. What do you think? I thought all fabric could be ironed. But he said, no, you can't iron that. You just have to stretch that out. I thought you'd be able to put it on like a very low heat and then maybe put like a tea towel over the top of the table runner and then iron it through the tea towel. What do you think? Those of you that are good at ironing, you probably remember me saying that I don't iron. I think I've probably ironed twice in the last 11 years. The first time my daughter was about 3 and it was so funny. She said, what's that? And then the next time she was about 8 and she said, what are you doing? Because she'd never seen me iron. My husband's more likely to iron because he wears a shirt. So he might he'll iron a shirt for his interview or he ironed his shirt for a wedding. Which reminds me, last time he ironed his shirt was for that interview. You know, he got offered that job. Well, it's all the paperwork's come through now. So it's a really good option for, it's a really good job that he's been doing this last year. He's done really well. So he will get a salary increase and he'll also get money that he can either have a lease car or he can take the cash alternative. But because of how the contracts work, he will lose holiday, which I think is a bit of a shame. But he has got the option to buy holiday. So I think he'll end up with 4 days less holiday, but he's probably going to buy some holiday. So that'll be good. And so he'll end up with a day extra. So you can see I'm starting to go through all those bags that I got out of the loft room this morning. And I've got lots and lots of cuddly toys. Now people have been really kind to my daughter because she can't have chocolate and there didn't used to be many good dairy-free alternatives. People would buy her like lovely gifts. It's like one year my dad got her this beautiful like spring dress and other family members have given her like a big sheep toy. Don't know why my husband came in and gave me that mat. He put the mat in the wicker basket for my daughter's school books. So I move that later. Yeah, so people have been very generous and thoughtful. So she's got quite a few cuddly toys and there's a couple of cuddly toys which were mine from when I was little. But I said to her, should we get rid of some of these? We don't need all of these, do we? So she picked out a couple that she wanted to keep. She was happy to get rid of a little rabbit. I said, which rabbit would you like? And she chose one. I'm happy to get rid of the other one. I don't have any connections or memories of the rabbit she wanted to get rid of, so that was good. She wanted to get rid of a little sheep toy and she wanted to get rid of another big head, they're called, big head toys. So she got rid of that one as well. You can see I'm just decorating the little Easter tree in the middle and I'm trying not to overload it this time because it just, I don't want too many things there. It ends up being a bit over the top. And there's a couple of Easter books, the craft books that I thought we'll do over the next sort of couple of weeks, so that'll be fun for her. And then the plastic bag on the table, that's full of chocolate moulds. So we do like melt down chocolate to make little chocolates for her. So when she was really small and there were no decent alternatives, I used to buy the actual raw cocoa and I used to make my own chocolate. It was like artisan chocolate. It tastes different to like milk chocolate, but that was all she knew and she really liked it. And then to make it more fun, I got like little rabbit moulds and little egg moulds, little chick moulds. And then when she got older, and then there did start being better alternatives like Nomo chocolate, which is a nice dairy-free alternative. We then started melting down the chocolate and making our own chocolates, which she enjoys. You can see the pile of washing that she needs to take upstairs. So tomorrow's the day that she needs to do that. It's the last day she can do it. If she doesn't do it, she's not going to get her pocket money. I don't really know what I can do to encourage her to do it. I have reminded her today, but she still hasn't done it. And like I said to you before, I don't like hearing my own voice. Oh, have you done? Have you done? Have you done? I have to hear my own voice for the music practice, hear my own voice for the have you done your homework. I don't really want to hear my own voice going on about one of the chores, but maybe I'll have to do that until she gets into a bit of a pattern and gets used to it, perhaps. So I've still got quite a lot of the Easter things to sort out, because then before the pizzas came in, I obviously cleared the table so that we could sit down. So I've got some more bags that I'm going to go through tomorrow. What I'm hoping is that I sort out enough so that I actually just have 2 Easter bags rather than 4 Easter bags and lots of bits and pieces. In that Disneyland Paris bag, there were loads of other random things that aren't actually Easter. So there were like Easter moulds in there with pens and with notebooks and things that I'd bought from Disneyland Paris. And I thought, oh, I'd kept the pens there because I'd originally got like a plan to give them out as like gifts for my daughter's birthday party or something like that. But then I thought, well, the longer they're up in the cupboard, they'll stop working, won't they? So I might as well just keep them down here, put them in the drawer in the lounge. And when I need a pen, I use a Disneyland pen. I might let her take a few. She can use them at school as well, which would be nice. There's also like loads of confetti bits, like gold confetti. Got absolutely no idea where that's from, and I've got no idea of why I've kept it. Obviously at the time, I thought it was nice to keep, but So I will do a little bit more of this tomorrow, and tomorrow we were invited to my in-laws for dinner, but my daughter's got a couple of exams and she's still got quite a lot of homework. She had quite a busy day today. So we've just decided that we're going to get up, we'll go to church, come home and have lunch, do stuff in the house and garden, fingers and toes crossed that it's sunny and I might be able to do a little bit of gardening. She can do finish off her schoolwork and then have a bath, pack the bag and go to bed, pack the bag for school. I think if we go all the way out to my in-laws, they live right into the countryside. And then they don't sort of have the same concept with like eating time. It's like a little bit awkward. I can remember when she was younger and I'd be thinking like, we really need to be leaving at 6:30 and then dinner would be served at 6. So then by the time we then got home, it was late for bed and she'd be really tired on a Monday. And now she's at high school. I've said to you many times about how tired she gets when it gets to Thursday. So I really need to start Mondays with her not tired. So I'm quite pleased with that little table run. That's the first time I've put that out. I've had it a few years, but I've not actually put it on the table before. So after I finish that and kind of put the mats out for dinner, we all ate together. My daughter takes quite a long time to eat dinner, but her little friend ate up quite quickly. She left some of the food. Her mum had said that the only thing she didn't like was mushrooms, but she left the pepper and left the tomatoes and left a few bits of pizza, but she said she was full. So that was good. And I guess I had let them have an ice cream before dinner, hadn't I, as a treat. So she'd also eaten that. So I was quite pleased with how quickly I sorted this all out and got all the stuff out. I get the Easter things out about sort of a week, probably 3 weeks before Easter. I'm interested in where you're from, what you do for Easter and how you celebrate Easter and how you sort of mark the days. For Good Friday, we'll go around my mum's for hot cross buns, and she said that she'd already managed to get some hot cross buns for my daughter that are free from. And then we always go out to the grave of my mum's aunt, who's absolutely loved Easter. Easter was her favourite time of the year. She absolutely adored Easter. So we go every single year, the whole family. Then we won't do anything particularly special on Saturday. And then on the Sunday, we'll probably go to the dawn or the sunrise service. We haven't yet decided exactly what we're going to do, but that's what we might do. Last year we went to that, and it was nice. There wasn't that many people there. My daughter just got in her onesie. She had her pyjamas on. I put a onesie over the top. Actually, I think we've gone a couple of years to that service. This is nice, and particularly if like the sun is really bright, it just really feels like, oh, summer's coming. And it's usually because I don't get up that early. I choose not to get up that early. It makes me think, oh, I should be getting up early. Listen, I can see, listen to the birds, etc., etc. We've got our first follower from Buckinghamshire, which I'm not that familiar with the area, but it's not far from London. So the lady from Buckinghamshire used to be involved in dairy farming, and now they farm beef and lamb, which I thought was interesting. I think it's really important to support the farmers directly. So we used to buy meat and sausages, like beef sausages, that were free from gluten, free from all the allergens, and not halal, from a local farmer. But then they started adding in, I think it was either pork to the casings. I think they did, yeah, pork casings. And me and my daughter we don't eat pork. And then we found another farmer, and they had a system where they made beef sausages, and then they started adding gluten. So I mentioned about these bottles of wine. You can see that they are quite old. So like it's very dusty with grease. I'm not sure that would all come off, or even if I wash them. And the reason why I was taking a closer look was to see whether they'd got a date on them. But I can't see a date, so I think Kitty's right. I'm going to probably have to pour them down the sink. Now that says 2020. That might be okay. Sauvignon Blanc, is it? So that one might be okay, but I think the other two will have to go. So I also wanted to show you my kitchen. So you can see it looks a little bit like a nightmare, but very, very quickly I get it back to a decent level. The thing that I need to focus on is I am starting to get a bit of a pile of things at the end there. You see in that corner? I need to put my tulips in water. So I am, yeah, starting to get a bit of a build up on that corner. But everything else, it seems now that I've saved myself so much time. It seems so much quicker just to tidy things up, which really, really pleases me. So this is obviously slightly fast forwarded, but I've just put all the food waste in the food bin. I put the plates in the sink to soak, which is what a lady said. If you're not washing up straight away, just put your plates in the sink to soak, and then when you come to wash up, it's going to be so much quicker. I put some things in the fridge. I put some drinks in the larder, because there's now so much more space in the pantry, so I can easily store things. There are a couple of bottles and things that I could just put into recycling. All my washing up I then moved over to the corner. I could put the saucepan straight in the cupboard because I now have space, which I never used to. So yeah, I was able to clear up really quickly. I haven't done the washing up yet. I've just literally recorded this and sat down. But to go in the kitchen, the side is all so much clearer. So it's just that little corner that I need to start, keeping on top of. I think it's easy just to come in from wherever you've been out and you just put things on the side. And then over a series of 4 or 5 days, suddenly you've got a small pile growing. I really do need to do the junk drawer. That junk drawer's got so bad, the one that's just behind me and next to the cooker, it's got so bad I can hardly close it. And now the sellotape is sitting outside of the junk drawer because I haven't got any space in the junk drawer for it. Does everybody have a junk drawer? Or is it just a few of us? I don't know. Anyway, I hope you've all had a lovely Saturday. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for your ongoing support. If you're watching this for the first time, please do subscribe because I'm nearly on 2,000 subscribers and that's my aim. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.